Original versus Definitive, a series where I look at both versions of GTA Vice City and see which one is better. Today we'll compare the missions in the beginning and An Old Friend, in which you try to strike a deal with the Vance brothers, get ambushed, lose your greens, park in an alley with Rosenberg, drive to a hotel, and talk to Sony. We'll compare tasks, execution, speedrun tactics, and gameplay. Both games are completely vanilla, played on PC. I am your host, Bad Infos, a GTA player for over 20 years. Leave a like and subscribe for more of the same. Now let's see how In the Beginning and An Old Friend compare between both versions. We start off in Liberty City, where Sony is having a meeting. While in the original the room looks newly furnished and well kept, in the definitive you'll see how old and rusty it looks. The door, for instance, behind Sony has been run down quite a bit. In the original we never see the face of this guy since the lighting there is really bad. In the definitive, however, he is more than just a shadow. The pictures and the items in the background have been changed as well, but there's no point in discussing each individual item since there's so many. Later on in the same cutscene in the original, either there's no person here or he is in the shadows. In the definitive edition, however, he is clearly visible and standing near the table. In the definitive edition, a second plane was added in the introduction cutscene to Mr. Rosenberg. It's missing from the original. The plane bug was fixed in the definitive. A plane no longer goes through a copy of itself as it does in the original. Since the jaw distance was increased in the definitive edition, you can see small shacks in the landmass behind the helicopter, while in the original you can only see fog. Nothing else to mention about the cutscene, so here comes the gameplay. One of the biggest changes or additions to the definitive edition is the ability to move your camera freely in a car. This would come in handy in future missions, but not here. All it helps with is the turning. One jarring change I noticed is how in the definitive edition the cassette on the save icon is crooked, while in the original it looks normal. Nothing else major was changed, so let's start with the second mission, which is just a cutscene. Again, not much I can say about it except that in the original Tommy looks way more calm and even frightening. In the definitive edition he looks scared of his old boss. After finishing a cutscene, if you walk into your room, you notice how in the definitive edition your second fan is fixed, while in the original it's not. What is not fixed and is in fact broken is the rendering outside the window in the definitive, something not present in the original. Now on to the speedrun strats. The only reliable one you can use is the lean down function, giving you more speed on bikes. I am very happy to say that both versions have it, and in the definitive it's even better since the camera is higher, so you can see where you're going. Overall, two very short introduction missions, not much to say except that both versions are practically the same. We haven't seen gunplay, so we can't discuss it yet. I would give both versions a point since they handle this mission the same exact way. Like I said, you can subscribe and ding the notification bell so you don't miss me covering every single mission in GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas in the near future. Thank you for watching, and a very special thank you goes to my top channel members and patrons: Monish Parip, Alex Chavez, Max Robinson, LMP Racing, House the Chowder, Max Rich, Smokio, and everybody else on the screen. Become a supporter today.